As we take a watch on the land we inherit, the names are marked for those who freed it from the thieves of the West. The people behind this independence are those who put their lives at stake over choosing the abundant freedom each child had been given. Andres Bonifacio, Marcelo H. Del Pilar, Antonio Luna, and Dr. Jose Rizal, yesterday and today's hero behind the annual June 12th celebration. Their death may have pained us, but let us not worry, for the world has to offer another set of them, brave and defiant, successors of the pioneers, and full pictures of change. Our living heroes are teachers.
Among the 81 mentors adopting the whole populace of Asuncion National High School, let us all give a salute on one of our heroes, Maam Josefina Torres, as we witness her ups and downs of her trek as a mother, a wife, and an educator.
We cannot claim to be the best in what we do, but nevertheless, we still try to give the very best out of us despite the boundaries getting ahead of us. These words might seem motivational, but what is more inspiring is the story of a person who has been through a lot of life's ups and downs to carry on with her goals as one of the living heroes aiming for change. Each day in class might be a headache to some learners, but for Maam Torres, every walk along the portals of Asuncion National High School is like the setting of sun in late afternoon and rising it again the next day. As days went on, she made sure that her time as a mother, wife, and teacher is well divided. Sometimes, it gets harder and harder, but what is special about this benevolent teacher is how she keeps matters organized despite the hindrances and limits taking on her track.
My life as a teacher is really a meaningful one because I know that there are already successful students who are already enjoying the fruit of their endeavor, wherein I am a part of them.
Each has an essential role in molding the youth to be artists of change. Maam Torres has been our living proof that teachers are our parents for innovation.
As a mother, I also consider myself as a successful mother because I was able to support my children. And they were also students at the school, Asuncion National High School. After graduating, I sent them to the seminary for them to develop further their character and their spiritual life. And at present, my eldest, Edgar Y. Torres, is already a practicing lawyer, and Jade, the youngest, is a graduate of the Queen of Apostles Seminary and is still waiting for the exact time for him to proceed the seminary life. That is why even I live simply as a teacher, doing only what are important things, live humbly, but I consider myself as someone who walked in a life with the Lord. That is why I consider my whole life as a meaningful life.
Day and night, she kneel and pray. It's the time where most of her worries fade. She was the president of the Divine Mercy and vowed that after her retirement, a chapel will be built on the lateral section of her house. For Maam Torres, faith can move mountains. It is what makes a bamboo stand still amidst heavy rains and wind pulling it down, and that bamboo is her. With faith, she is resilient. With faith, she remains strong. With faith, she could conquer all. Her life experiences would inspire many. Despite the possible factors for her to give up and be angry, she would still be very down to earth.
My life as a student was really a blessing from above because I started with honors. From grade 1 to grade 6, I got the highest honors. I graduated valedictorian. Then, when I graduated my high school, I passed the National State Scholarship Examination, wherein we were 600 who took the test. And as I was the only one who passed the exam representing the province of Misamis Occidental.
Back from her childhood days, Ma'am Torres has seen her fondness in science and planned taking up chemical engineering as soon as she stepped college. But due to certain reason, she haven't had the chance to pursue this yearning. Instead, she fell for teaching, and from it comes from her happiness. Things are getting inevitable for her and her family, until going on point that another problem hit them. It was when her husband left. Fenced with misery and heartbreak, she cried up all night but never, not even for a single time, became one with her husband. Every day might seem a battle for Ma'am Torres, but complications are all under her hands due to the greatest weapon arming her, faith in the Lord. As soon as the sun fades by afternoon and glows the next day, it would mean change, and by this change grows another opportunity for her to ditch her fears away and make every learner filled with the urge to be advocates of change. Some would dream of those tiled floors, painted walls, and cemented pillars, but this teacher is purely contented with her everything she has. She would rather extend her hands for others, a woman who is one of a kind, a true living hero. Ma'am Torres thrived to raise his two sons with pure perseverance. One of them is currently a lawyer and the other a seminarian. This is just a living proof that implies how anything is possible if you set yourself a goal. A goal that is not for yourself alone, but also for others to gain access with.